affected by the horrible administration, the Biden administration.
Yeah, he's absolutely done a great job with that.
Them pronoun, actually. All without telling January.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I should have my microphone so I don't have too much of an echo on your end.
Against this form of child abuse. January, thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
How'd you like the kid becoming a Secret Service agent?
Right? That's awesome.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Like this,
and I do agree with you. He's been doing a great job at showcasing the there the echo went away. Did we figure it out? Or maybe it was just because you had yourself muted for a minute. I thought he did a great job tonight at
there we go.
At showcasing
that engages in the
like you said, like the issues from the previous administration and using that to hype himself up and not just blaming the Democrats, like actually demonstrating.
Right.
And now I want Congress to pass a bill permanently banning and criminalizing sex changes on children and forever ending the lives.
Oh, he's looking right at the Democrats while he's saying this.
I'm actually a few minutes ahead of you, so I'm actually glad I jumped in right here. What he's talking about
I had a like, I don't know if you can see on the bottom here. I've got a little bit of a lag.
Exactly.
That's where a lot of people can actually follow, watch along live, and don't have to worry about everybody's streaming a few seconds off.
I had a bit of a lag that was going on, and it lasted for a little bit, but plus I had a commercial.
Schools and military, and it's already out, and it's out of our society.
What he was talking about schools and stuff.
Wokeness is trouble.
It's real good. I think
Wokeness is bad. It's gone. It's gone.
The Department of Education telling him that DEI and
so we feel better.
Unified bathrooms and accepting this kind of mental illness in the schools is not going to allow that.
Won't be activists.
Well, podcast can fall around
they will be fighters and warriors.
And that's a big thing right now. Parents are actually trying to fight it, and this will help. What President Trump has been doing with that will help.
I think, like right here, Pam Bondi and Kash Patel need to step it up a lot.
And he's not big into the
they're kind of lagging as far as like everybody else in the administration seems to be going lights out right now. And I don't know what that stunt was the other day where Bondi released the Epstein files, phase 1, whatever the heck that was, to the influencers on X. That was a just stupid move.
Yeah.
You know, it was just a few months ago where the results were exactly.
I'm sure he wasn't happy with it. I wouldn't have been happy with it.
Now we're having the best results just about that we've ever.
Did you get to see?
Tremendous turnaround. It's really a beautiful thing to see.
Did you get to see what was in those Epstein files?
No, I have not had the chance to look at the Epstein files yet.
Dude, it was a bunch of freaking every page was redacted.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
It was so thick. Every single page was redacted.
By a young man, Jason Hartley, who knows the weight of that Call of Duty.
Why on earth would she even release that if they weren't ready to?
Yeah. That's what didn't make sense to me. When I saw it was redacted, I was like, oh my.
Who was also
what was the point of it
county sheriff's deputy when he was just a boy, and now he wants to carry on the family legacy of service. Jason is a senior in high school, a 6-letter varsity athlete, a really good athlete, they say.
Look at that. Oh, I'm a little bit ahead of you. In a few minutes here, the Democrats are going to be seen actually clapping for something.
I can't believe the Democrats were sitting on their hands when the little kid was up there.
I can't believe the Democrats' behavior during a lot of this, to be quite honest with you. They must have been whispering to each other.
This dude looks like he should be playing football.
I'm a few minutes ahead of you, so this is They're about to have a shot with Democrats actually applauding here in a few minutes.
Jason, that's a very big deal getting in. That's a hard one to get into.
Elon right behind him.
I'm pleased to inform you that your application has been accepted. You will soon be joining the Corps of Cadets.
I'll tell you what. Having some of the people on to demonstrate about the illegal immigration was, I think, clutch.
So many people were affected by it. In particular, all the gangs. And then you had the Democrats releasing all of these criminals into the cities, into black and Hispanic neighborhoods.
The most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA.
Golden Dome. I'm telling you, man.
Are the military do they normally not applaud or anything during?
The military and the Supreme Court have to stay
Stoic.
Yeah.
The technology, it's incredible, actually.
It makes sense. Because I'm like, because they've said a lot of things that I would imagine they'd be applauding for, and I haven't seen them. I'm like,
And the United
It makes
Yeah,
sense.
the military and the Supreme Court have to remain unbiased.
Yeah, unbiased, impartial.
This is a very dangerous world. We should have it. We want to be protected, and we're going to protect our citizens like never before.
I'll tell you what, Israel's dome, we know, works pretty effectively.
Yeah, but my biggest issue with that is right now they are stockpiling missiles to the north of Israel. And they have so many missiles that stockpiled there right now. When they do decide to attack, they're going to launch so many missiles that it's going to absolutely overwhelm that system.
We don't make them anymore very much, but we're going to make them very fast, very soon. It will have a huge impact. To further enhance our national security, my administration will be reclaiming the Panama Canal, and we've already started doing it.
He's still talking about the Panama Canal, dude.
Yeah.
Just today, a large American company.
I mean, listen, it was I'm all for generosity and stuff, but for us to have built that canal and
$1.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry.
The Panama Canal was built by Americans for Americans, not for others, but others could use it. But it was built at tremendous cost of American blood and treasure. 38,000 workers died building.
38,000 workers died building that.
Of snake bites and mosquitoes. Not a nice place to work.
They don't build them
Snake
like that
bites
anymore,
and
do they?
mosquitoes. That's nuts.
25%.
They don't build them like that anymore, do they?
The most expensive project also that was ever built in our country's.
Well, whoever thought to build a trench between
It was given away
oceans?
by the Carter administration for $1.
Yeah.
But that agreement has been violated very severely. We didn't give it to China. We gave it to Panama, and we're taking it back.
I wonder what Panama is thinking right now.
If they're smart, they're thinking, what kind of deal do we offer for Trump so that he doesn't just take it over?
Rubio in charge. Good luck, Marco. Now, we know who to blame.
Marco Rubio sitting there going, this dude's going to make my job so hard.
Think of it. He got 100 votes. You know,
Marco Rubio.
actually 99, but the 100th was this gentleman, and I feel very certain. So let's assume he got 100 votes, and I'm either very, very happy about that or I'm very concerned about it. But he's
a neocon.
Great gentleman. He's respected by everybody, and we appreciate you voting for Marco. He's going to do a fantastic job. Thank you. Thank you. He's doing a great job.
Trump needs to watch him.
That
That dude is he's a throwback to the Bush era, dude.
We also have a
We booted a lot of those rhinos out. We booted a lot of the neocons out. He is a neocon.
Your own future. And if you choose, we welcome you into the United States of America. We need Greenland for national security and even international security, and we're working with everybody involved to try and get it.
So far, so good with him, though.
International world security, and I think we're going to get it. One way or the other, we're going to get it.
One way
We will keep you
or
safe.
another.
We will make you rich, and together we will take Greenland to heights like you have never thought possible before.
Dude,
It's a very small
we're
population.
gonna take Greenland. We're gonna take the Panama Canal.
For military security, America is once again standing strong against the forces of radical Islamic terrorism. 3.5 years ago, ISIS terrorists killed 13 American service members and countless others in the
Dude, they need to show the squad right now.
disastrous and incompetent withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Show Ilhan Omar.
They were withdrawn.
You know she's in the
way
crowd.
They withdrew. Perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. Tonight, I am pleased to announce that we have just apprehended the top terrorist responsible for that atrocity, and he is right now on his way here to face the swift sword of American justice.
Define on his way here. You got a room full of all the members of Congress.
The doors open up behind us.
He's right now on his way here. Look at, they're on their cell phones. What disrespectful pieces of garbage. They are trash.
And I want to
Trash.
thank the government of Pakistan for helping arrest this monster. This
Pakistan.
was a very momentous day for those 13 families who I actually got to know very well, most of them, whose children were murdered, and the many people.
I didn't know
who
we
so
had
badly,
extradition
over
with
42 people,
Pakistan.
so badly injured on that fateful day in Afghanistan. What a horrible day. Such incompetence was shown that when Putin saw what happened, I guess he said, wow, maybe this is my chance. That's how bad it was. Should have never happened. Grossly incompetent people.
Grossly
many of the-
incompetent.
Parents and loved ones, and they're all in our hearts tonight. Just spoke to them on the phone. We had a big call. Every one of them called, and
It wasn't a call, it was a
everybody was
big
on the
call.
line, and
Yeah,
they did nothing but cry with happiness. They were very happy, as happy as you can be under those circumstances. Their child, brother, sister, son, daughter was killed for no reason whatsoever.
Right.
In the Middle East, we're bringing back our hostages from Gaza. In my first term, we achieved one of the most groundbreaking peace agreements in generations, the Abraham Accords.
Dude. I don't know what you believe about the end of days, man, but I'll tell you what. I think Trump is going to help broker the peace deal between Israel and Iran.
Now we're going to
And
build
whoever
that foundation
whoever
to
comes
create
up
a
in Iran with that
prosperous
peace deal,
future for the entire region. A lot of
be
things are
careful if they
happening.
label him the
I've been
Mahdi.
Talking about that so much lately with everything.
Their
going
Mahdi
on
is
with
going to be our
Ukraine and Russia.
Antichrist,
A lot
100%.
of things are happening in the Middle East. It's a rough neighborhood, actually. I'm also working tirelessly to end the savage conflict in Ukraine. Millions of Ukrainians and Russians have been needlessly killed or wounded in this horrific and brutal
Gotta love
conflict.
that there's a
Democrats
war
undermining
across the
him.
world.
The
You gotta love
United
that there's
States
a war
has
across
sent
the
hundreds
world
of
that we
billions of
divide
dollars to support
this country.
Ukraine's defense with no security, with no anything.
Hey, any Democrats that are listening right now, you can sign up to go fight in Ukraine's military now.
That's true.
Zelensky just passed a bill
Keep it going for another
and made it possible for American citizens to volunteer for the Ukrainian army and fight for Ukraine.
Yep.
I say
those
stop
families,
being keyboard cowboys and go enlist. Hey,
Absolutely. I think
People
Go
are being
enlist
killed
and
by
help
their
fathers
More than
and
that.
sons being ripped from their families right now. Being
I
tracked.
think they should volunteer their
They're not
children.
Americans, but I want it to stop. Meanwhile, Europe has sadly spent more money buying Russian oil and gas than they have spent on defending Ukraine by far. Think of that. They've spent more buying Russian oil and gas than they have defending. And we've spent perhaps $350 billion.
350 billion.
That's what happened. And they've spent $100 billion. What a difference that is. And we have an ocean separating us.
And theirs was alone.
But we're getting along very well with them, and lots of good things are happening. Biden has authorized more money in this fight than Europe has spent by
Defending their own borders.
dollars. It's hard to believe that they wouldn't have stopped it and said at some point, come on, let's equalize. You got to be equal to us. But that didn't happen. Earlier today, I received an important letter from
Dude, Dems are pissed.
Zelensky
Dude,
of
man,
Ukraine.
they all look
The letter
constipated.
reads, Ukraine is ready to come
They look
to the
unhealthy.
negotiating table as soon as possible to bring lasting peace closer. Nobody wants peace more than the Ukrainians, he said. My team and I stand ready to work under President Trump's strong leadership to get a peace that lasts. We do
He said
realize
last.
how much America has done to help Ukraine maintain its
Of course, the liberals reference that he just reversed on the third person. All he was doing was reading teleprompter somewhere, made a typing error, and he just read it by
Everything's
accident.
convenient for you. I appreciate that he sent this letter. Just got it a little while ago.
Especially,
Simultaneously, we've had
I see you're
serious
watching
discussions
news.
with
I have
Russia.
CNN
And received
on.
strong signals that they are ready for peace. Wouldn't that
Yeah, I'm
be-
on Newsmax.
Wouldn't that
I
be-
encourage everybody not watch it anywhere else and do that.
To watch it on CNN? Look at this guy with his Ukraine tie.
If you watch it anywhere else other than CNN.
Oh, yeah. I usually broadcast on Newsmax.
It's time to stop this madness. It's
Probably
time to
easy,
halt the killing.
especially if you're not getting
It's
hit
time
on
to end
YouTube
this
stuff
senseless war.
for
If you want to
copyright
have
error.
wars, you have
That's
to
probably
talk
best
to both
if I did it with
40
CNN.
years ago,
You'd already
amid
been removed.
A history teacher named Mark Fogel was detained in Russia and sentenced to 14 years in a penal colony. Rough stuff. The previous administration.
Dude, is she like,
lifted a finger to help
is that
him.
real?
They knew he was innocent, but they had no idea where to begin. But last
I'm a
summer,
little
I
ahead
promised
of you.
his
This is
95-year-old
good.
mother, Malphine, that we would bring her boy safely
Bringing somebody
back
home. I'll be glad.
After 22 years.
He's like, did he just call it a penal colony?
And they are here tonight.
Oh, they're right behind Melania. Man, she's 95.
Yeah.
Dude, she looks in better shape than Biden.
The next 7 years, grade 7. What do you got coming up next?
Oh, let's hear. Let's turn it up. Oh, man, Adam Schiff. The shifty Schiff. Oh, no, look out. Look out. That's a Hitler. Did you see him?
Yeah.
He just saluted Hitler.
Yeah, boy.
We are delighted to have you safe and sound and with us.
That was a Nazi salute.
As fate would have it, Mark Fogel was born in a small rural town in Butler, Pennsylvania. Have you heard of it? Where his mother has lived for the
Butler,
past
Pennsylvania.
78 years.
Hey, that's all by
I
me.
just happened to go there last July 13th.
Butler, that's where he got shot in the ear.
That was not
That's
pleasant.
what's coming up next.
And that is where I met his beautiful mom right before I walked onto that stage. And I told her I would not forget what she said about her son. And I never did I? Never forgot. Less than 10 minutes later,
Somebody
At that
tried to put a
same
bullet in
rally-
his head.
gunfire rang out, and a sick and deranged assassin unloaded 8 bullets from his sniper's perch into a crowd of many
The
thousands. of people.
propaganda morons on the
My life was
left are
saved by
like,
a fraction
that
of
was
an inch."
staged.
but some were not so lucky. Corey Comparator was a firefighter, a veteran, a Christian, a husband, a devoted father.
Yeah, they
and above
staged
all,
his
a
death.
protector.
Yeah.
When the sound of gunshots
Stupid
pierced
idiot
the air, it was a
morons.
horrible sound.
Do the Democrats have no brain whatsoever? Zero common sense, nothing going on
And
upstairs.
shielded them from the
Let's
bullets
ask his family,
with his own body.
shielded.
Corey was hit really hard. You know the story from there. He sacrificed his life to save theirs. Two others, very fine people, were also seriously hit. But thankfully, with the help of two great country doctors, we thought they were gone and they were saved. So those doctors had great talent. We're joined by Corey's wife, Helen, who was his high school sweetheart, and their two beloved daughters, Allison and Kaylee. Thank you.
Come on, get the camera on the down. Are they standing for this?
Are the Dems standing?
No, it looks like some of them.
To Helen, Allison, and Kaylee, Corey is looking down on his three beautiful ladies right now, and he is cheering you on. He loves you. He is cheering you on. Corey was taken from us much too soon, but his destiny was to leave us all with a shining example of the selfless devotion of a true American patriot. It was love like Corey's that built our country, and it's love like Corey's that is going to make our country more majestic than ever before.
Majestic.
I believe that my life was saved that day in Butler for a very good reason. I was saved by God to make America great again. I believe that.
They need to show the Democrats, man.
No.
I wish there was a feed that just went to them.
Thank you very much. From the patriots of Lexington and Concord to the heroes of Gettysburg and Normandy, from the warriors who crossed the Delaware to the trailblazers who climbed the Rockies, and from the legends who soared at Kitty Hawk to the astronauts who touched the moon, Americans have always been the people who defied all odds.
Did the astronauts touch the moon?
All dangers, made the most extraordinary sacrifices, and did whatever it took to defend our children, our country, and our freedom. And as we have seen in this chamber tonight, that same strength, faith, love, and spirit is still alive and thriving in the hearts of the American people. Despite the best efforts of those who would try to censor us, silence us, break us, destroy us, Americans are today a proud, free, sovereign, and independent nation.
He's looking right at the Democrats.
Yeah, I'm sorry. My feed, but I have above my computer screen here is a little bit.
We will never let anything happen to our beloved country.
I think we're about to see things walk out of the house.
Fighters and survivors. Our ancestors crossed a vast ocean, strode into the unknown wilderness, and carved their fortunes from the rock and soil of a perilous and very dangerous frontier. They chased our destiny across a boundless continent. They built the railroads, laid the highways, and graced the world with American marvels like the Empire State Building, the mighty Hoover Dam, and the towering Golden Gate Bridge. They lit the world with electricity, broke free of the force of gravity, fired up the engines of American industry, vanquished the communists, fascists, and Marxists all over the world, and gave us countless modern wonders sculptured out of iron, glass, and steel. We stand on the shoulders of these pioneers who won and built the modern age. these workers who poured their sweat into the skylines of our cities, these warriors who shed their blood on fields of battle and gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. Now it is our time to take up the righteous cause of American liberty. And it is our turn to take America's destiny into our own hands and begin the most thrilling days in the history of our country. This will be our greatest era. With God's help, over the next 4 years, we are going to lead this nation even higher, and we are going to forge the freest, most advanced, most dynamic, and most dominant civilization ever to exist on the face of this earth. We are going to create the highest quality of life, build the safest and wealthiest and healthiest and most vital communities anywhere in the world. We are going to conquer the vast frontiers of science, and we are going to lead humanity into space and plant the American flag on the planet Mars. And
oh, where's Elon? Where's Elon? I knew he was prepping it for Elon.
Oh, right here, watch. On the bottom left. They might cut away that shot. I'm looking at that. It's up to walk out of the speech.
I saw a couple of them walking out.
Discover the unstoppable power of the American spirit, and we are going to renew unlimited promise of the American dream. Every single day we will stand up and we will fight for the country our citizens believe in.
Fight. The Democrats are hating on this, man. They trickle out. They're starting to trickle out.
My fellow Americans, get ready for an incredible future, because the golden age of America
is upon
has
us.
Only just begun. It will be like nothing that has ever been seen before.
It'll be like Trump's hair.
God bless you, and God bless America.
What
Now the Democrats
are the Democrats forced to be there? Like, do they have to show up?
I don't think so, because there's one or two, there's a couple that didn't show up at all. But as a party, aren't the Democrats kind of wavering at this point anyway? I mean, the election showed 60% he won by the largest margin in history. All this discovery of fraud leads back to the Democrats, and has shown that actual Democrats have been elected with this money. The end of the Democratic Party.
Yeah, the Democrat Party is it's garbage. I mean, it is absolute garbage. You think about it. This party was the party. Not one person voted to end slavery. Not one. Every single person out there thinks that the Republicans are the ones who started the KKK. No, it was the Democrats. It was the left. They were the ones in control of everything down south.
And CNN's headline already digs in on divisive agenda with the quote, "We are just started." Jake Tapper. You are just amazing commentator on CNN, and you should do your job or ever.
He's a tool. He's a tool bag. Hey,
he is so ignorant and so obviously biased. It's disgusting.
Why is it that Democrats don't know history? Like all they want to do is erase history, right? They want to erase everything that happened previous so that people forget who they are. What I don't understand is when you have all the plantation owners as Democrats, right? Not one of them, not one voted to free the slaves. So every single one of them was for slavery. Every single one of them started the KKK. You had Robert Byrd, who was an exalted cyclops in the KKK. Joe Biden, who did his eulogy. And you have this false idea saying, oh, but there was a big flip. There was a big flip that happened. There was no flip that happened. That is all propaganda. That is all lies, dude. All lies. When did Republicans become Democrats? They didn't. Joe Biden was still Joe Biden, the Democrat. He was still the guy who put in the newspapers, they had in the newspapers him saying that he didn't want his kids going to a racial jungle. You know, how can they not figure out that the Democrats are still the racists? They are the racists. And what do? They point at everybody else saying, oh, these are all the racists over here. They're the racists. Look over there. They're the racists. Yet, what do? They take gangs from other countries and bust them up here, put them into Black and Hispanic communities, creating chaos, gang fights, drugs, loading up the communities, absolutely destroying the school systems. And how do they control the population of Blacks and Hispanics? They do it with what? Things that make it so that you can't have babies and reproduce. Look at who one of their big idols was. One of their biggest idols is Margaret Sanger. Margaret Sanger used to go around to KKK rallies pitching her ideas on birth control for non-whites. You know, the whole thing, she got her money to start the American Birth Control League, which became Planned Parenthood. She got her money to start the American Birth Control League. She got that from a grant from the Rockefeller Foundation, and the grant was a eugenics grant. If you don't know what eugenics is, eugenics was started by, it was a concept by Francis Galton, who was the cousin of Charles Darwin. Charles Darwin, who wrote the book on the origin of species, what most people know the book as, the first name being On the Origin of Species, but the real name of it, that's really only the first half of the first name. It actually has two names. The first name of the book is actually On the Origin of Species by Means of Natural Selection, which is where we get natural selection from, but you have to open the book to see what the actual other name of the book is. And the other name of the book was The Preservation of Favored Races.
Yeah.
Evolution. What's that?
That should also go and research where Planned Parenthoods were targeted. The first ones were set up. They were
in
all
their
in
cities.
their cities and black communities, minority communities.
Is it strange? I mean, it's pretty obvious that Blacks and Hispanics make up 28% of the population of the United States, yet we account for 70% of the abortions. That is disgusting.
Yeah.
And these fools can't figure out that it is a population control for minorities.
Senator Alyssa Slotkin is going to give a rebuttal. I love how they started this. The president speaks to someone from our party to speak out and say everything opposite.
Well, usually this would be called the State of the Union, but because the State of the Union is horrible, you don't want the president of the United States coming on going, the State of the Union is horrible. So they just said that he addresses a joint session of Congress.
Yeah, I thought it was like, wait a minute, we should be getting the State of the Union or something, but
it was all leftovers from the Biden administration. It was I don't know, man, the whole deal with that, the whole deal with with the Biden administration, all they did was do things to absolutely destroy this country. What gets me, you know, they say we can't have IDs to vote because blacks and Hispanics can't get IDs. How freaking racist is that? How racist is it to say that because I'm Hispanic, I can't get an ID?
Yeah. They can't afford it. You can't afford it. You can't afford it, Dave.
Absolutely insane, dude. But this is what they do.
Although
This is what they do.
According to them. Remember, I receive assistance, so I'm able to receive assistance. So I can't afford it either to them. I can't get there.
Yeah, you're in with us. We're too dumb. We can't use computers. We don't know how to get online.
Online. What is that?
Yeah, that's what they think, dude. This is what white liberals think.
Oh, here she is. I got her on CNN.
Let me see if I can.
She's a brand new senator.
Let's see if I can find her on here.
I can get it up on my screen.
Rebuttal. What'd you say? It's on CNN? I'm not seeing.
Yeah, I got it on. I can get it on CNN.
Let's see. Donald Trump. Oh, wait. I think I got her.
You can find that same sense of patriotism here in Wyandotte, Michigan.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It's a working class town just south of Detroit. President Trump and I both won here in November. It might not seem like it, but plenty of places like this still exist across the United States. Places where people believe that if you work hard and play by the rules, you should do well and your kids should do better. It reminds me of how I grew up. My dad was a lifelong Republican, my mom a lifelong Democrat. But it was never a big deal because we had shared values that were bigger than any one party. We just went through another fraught election season. Americans made it clear that prices are too high and that the government needs to be more responsive to their needs. America wants change, but there's a responsible way to make change and a reckless way. And we can make that change without forgetting who we are as a country.
You guys had your chance.
So that's what I'm going to look
You had
at.
your chance to make change.
Because whether you're from Wyandotte or Wichita, most Americans share three core beliefs: that the middle class is the engine of our country, that strong national security protects us from harm, and that our democracy, no matter how messy, is unparalleled and worth fighting for. Let's start with the economy. Michigan literally invented the middle class, the revolutionary idea that you could work at an auto plant and afford the car you were building. That's the American dream. And in order to expand and protect the middle class, we have to do a few basic things. We need to bring down the price of things we spend the most money on: groceries, housing, healthcare. We need to make more things in America with good-paying union jobs and bring our supply chains back home from places like China.
Good-paying union jobs. You guys lost your unions.
They need to invest and create the jobs of the future. And we need a tax system that's fair for people who don't happen to make $1 billion. Look,
they pay the majority of the taxes, you idiot.
But it's always important to read the fine print. So, do his plans actually help Americans get ahead? Not even close. President Trump is trying to deliver an unprecedented giveaway to his billionaire friends.
You guys said that 4 years ago and you were wrong.
To the wealthiest in America.
They're running with the same play.
Make you pay
the same play.
Your life. Grocery and home prices are going up, not down, and he hasn't laid out a credible plan to deal with either of those. His tariffs on allies like Canada will raise prices on energy, lumber, and cars, and start a trade war that will hurt manufacturing.
He had the same tariffs 8 years ago. You guys said the same exact thing, and everything went down.
Going after your health care. Meanwhile, for those keeping score, the national debt is going up, not down. And if he's not careful, he could walk us right into a recession. And one more.
Imagine the national
In order
debt's
to pay for
going
his
up and
plan,
all of the money
very
that he
wealthy
just
after
cut.
retirement. The
How
Social
much money did you guys
Security
just
and VA
spend
you
in the
want
last
to hold on to.
administration?
The president claims he won't, but Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme.
So
of
did
all time.
everybody.
While we're on the subject of Elon Musk,
I released a whole
anyone in
piece
America
on
who is
all the
comfortable
different
putting his
groups
20-year-olds
and
using
media
your own
organizations.
server to
PBS.
pull through your taxes?
PBS had a whole thing on it. ABC, NBC, they all did pieces on the Ponzi scheme that is Social Security.
What they do with your private data. We need a more efficient government. You want to cut waste? I'll help you do it. But change doesn't need to be chaotic or make us less safe. The mindless firing of people who work to protect our nuclear weapons, keep our planes from crashing, and conduct the research that finds
Keep
the
our
cure for
planes from
cancer.
crashing? Nobody was fired from that. Everybody already knows that. It already came out. The reason the planes are having problem is because of DEI hires. People who are being hired for the color of their skin instead of their qualifications for the job.
Someone who spent my whole career protecting our homeland, every country deserves to know who and what is coming across its border. Period. Democrats and Republicans should all be for that. But
They
securing the
should.
border
But
without
liberals,
actually
not
fixing
just here in the
our
United
broken
States,
immigration
all over the world,
is dealing with a
opened up the
system and not a
borders.
disease.
It's a
America is
liberal
nation of
plan.
immigrants. We need a functional system keyed to the needs of our economy. that
Nobody
allows
trusts
vetted
you
people to come and
anymore.
work here legally. So I look forward to the president's plan on that. Because here's the thing. Today's world is deeply interconnected. Migration, cyber threats, AI, environmental destruction, terrorism. One nation cannot face these issues alone. We need friends in all corners, and our safety depends on it. President Trump loves to say peace through strength. That's actually a line he stole from Ronald Reagan.
Absolutely. Everything is from Ronald
After the
Reagan.
spectacle that just took place in
Make
his
America
office
great
last
again. Ronald Reagan.
must be rolling in his grave. We all want an end to the war in Ukraine, but Reagan understood that true strength required America to combine our military and economic might with moral clarity. And that scene in the Oval Office wasn't just a bad episode. of
Who
reality
are the
TV.
Democrats trying to teach moral clarity to?
He believed
They're allowing men to
Putin
beat up on women.
and kicking our friends like the Canadians in the teeth. He sees American leadership as merely a series of real estate transactions.
Kicking the Canadians in the
Cold War
teeth?
kid,
Oh, you mean
unthankful
giving them the
Reagan
same
and
tariffs that
Trump
we're
promised
getting from them?
Trump would have lost us the Cold War. Donald Trump's actions suggest that in his heart, he doesn't believe we're an exceptional nation. He clearly doesn't think we should lead the world. Look, America is not perfect, but I stand with
This
the
is all
majority of Americans
propaganda,
who
dude.
believe we are still exceptional,
All of it.
unparalleled. And I would rather have
Yeah,
American
anybody who talks
leadership
about
Nothing
me
she
clearly
is saying is
confused.
real. Like everything that she just said is absolute propaganda.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for something to come across that's actually real.
Our very system of government has been the aspiration of the world. And right now, it's at risk.
She said Elon Musk
When the
said
president decides you can pick and choose
Social
what
Security is a
you want to
Ponzi
follow,
scheme. I just
when he
posted an
ignores
article that had
corporate
every
and
single liberal publication since 1999 that is called Social Security a Ponzi
But it's
scheme.
also at risk when the president pits Americans against each other, when he demonizes those who are different and tells certain
You mean
people
like
they shouldn't
what
be
Joe Biden did?
Because America is not just a patch of land between two oceans. We are more than that.
Joe Biden called us a threat. He called MAGA a threat to democracy.
Those rights and the fight for them.
You don't get to say that anymore.
We're a nation of strivers, risk takers, innovators, and we are never satisfied. That is America's superpower.
Yet we are never satisfied with what you are putting out as a Democrat Party. You need to
Life is
change.
like when a government is
Nobody likes
You can't
you.
open a business without paying off a corrupt.
Well, they can't.
You can't criticize the guys in charge.
They
without
have
getting a
to.
knock at the
They have
door
to come back to the center. If they don't come back to the center and lose all of those crazy, insane policies, they're going to lose everything.
Precious and worth saving.
The party's going to go
But
defunct.
how do we actually?
I think they're already on that way.
I know a lot of you have been asking.
We'll
that
see on the
question.
next round of elections.
First,
Oh, there's too many of them that won't go
easy to be
back.
exhausted.
Too many in the
America
party. They got to
needs
vote
you
them
now
out.
more than ever.
Just like we voted out the neocons, we had to redo our entire party over here. I was never a
Hold
Republican.
your elected officials, including
I'm on the brink of calling myself a Republican only because we got rid of all the Republicans in the party.
That's as American as apple pie. Third, organize. Pick just one issue you're passionate about and engage. And doom scrolling doesn't count. Join a group that cares about your issue and act. And if you can't find one, start one. Some of the most important movements in our history have come from the bottle up. In closing, we all know that our country is going through something right now. We're not sure what the next day is going to hold, let alone the next decade.
Especially if you guys are trying to start World War III. Like the whole country doesn't know that you guys are undermining everything that Trump is doing to create peace.
Instability before. And
I've already seen people
ultimately,
online of social media and stuff talking about it. I'm like, you guys are
every
crazy.
single time, we've only gotten through those moments because of two things: engaged citizens and principled leaders.
They think that they can win this. That they think that things are going to change if they can get everybody out in the streets.
Principled leaders who are ready to receive the ball.
Let's get them out in the streets.
The Democrats,
Just by watching, you qualify.
I want to see them burn their cities
I
down.
promise that I and my fellow Democrats will do everything in our power to be the principled leaders that you deserve. Good night, everyone.
There you have it. Michigan's freshman Senator Alyssa Slotkin giving the Democratic
freshman
response.
senator.
I want to bring in Rachel Scott, who is in the chamber. Now, we see you,
What
Rachel.
is
Before you witnessed the whole evening. We covered the president.
I don't know. I'm not listening to this dude, though. He's an idiot. Absolute idiot. Absolute moron. Oh, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Great ideas.
It's been
come from anywhere.
let me get rid of this commercial here. I'll tell you what, since January 20th, it's been a hell of a ride.
Tonight. It was all looking forward. It was all uplifting and positive.
Here's Senator Slotkin. She's doing this from her home state of Michigan.
Hi, everyone. I'm Alyssa.
Oh, we don't need to watch her again. What the heck? Slotkin.
Exchange. Our national correspondent Logan Raddick has more.
Well, President Trump is pausing military.
Hey, what'd you think of the Zelensky and Trump altercation?
I think that was very telling of what was actually going on before Trump won the election became president.
Zelensky was campaigning for Harris. They thought that they were just going to continue taking all of our money.
Yeah,
imagine that, though. Imagine that.
Posted them of the people in Ukraine being drafted.
I'm looking at all of the information that comes out for Ukraine, and I'm not kidding. All the Democrats have is propaganda. They don't go off of any type of fact whatsoever. They just repeat lies, and they repeat them over and over and over because they know that that formula makes the weak minds of the left believe it. The unprovoked invasion of Ukraine, unprovoked invasion. They think if they keep repeating the word unprovoked, that all of a sudden it becomes true. It becomes true in the mind of those who are weak and don't do their own homework. What was the whole reason that Putin invaded in the first place? He didn't just wake up one morning and say, hey, you know what? Let's invade Ukraine. Everything was about NATO. Biden pretty much dared him on the global stage. the agreement that we had with Russia not to advance NATO to their borders.
Yeah.
And Russia came out and said, if you expand to our border, we will attack Ukraine. And what does Biden do? Biden gets up and says, guess what? We're going to include Ukraine in NATO. The unprovoked attack Biden and the Democrats have been in Ukraine for over a decade. 2014, dude. 2014 under Barack Obama, he sent over a brigade. It was actually bipartisan. John McCain of all. This is where the neocons and the Democrats teamed up. That's why you have George Bush and Dick Cheney being embraced by the Democrats now. Think about it, dude. George Bush and Dick Cheney, they were Nazis when they were president, right? That's what the Democrats called them, Nazis. And then all of a sudden, the left embraces them. Why does the left embrace them? Oh, because the same entities that were pushing Bush and Cheney, Bush and Dick Cheney, Bush and Dick, the same entities that were pushing them to invade Iraq and Afghanistan and Syria and Iran, the same entities that were pushing them to do that, the military-industrial complex, that same entity is the same entity that was pushing Biden. When Trump was president the first time, he said that the military brought him a plan to attack Iraq. To start war, not Iraq, Iran. To start a war with Iran, dude. And then he becomes president. Biden becomes president, saying, oh, Trump's going to get us into a war with Iran. Trump's going to get us into a war with Iran. When he turned down those plans, and then what happens? We come to the brink of war with Iran under Biden. These people do nothing but spout propaganda, and now we know that all they do is they funnel money through USAID. How much money got sent to Ukraine? You know what everybody forgets about? You know what nobody's talking about? Nobody's even mentioning FTX, dude. Do you remember FTX? FTX was the crypto investment company. That company.
Is that the one that robbed everybody?
Yeah, that was Sam Bankman-Fried, dude. Sam Bankman-Fried. He set up this company. He used people like Tom Brady and Giselle to get all of these investors in. And what did they do? They took everybody's money, and Ukraine, the money that we were sending over to Ukraine was funneling that money through FTX. And overnight, Sam Bankman-Fried becomes the number 2 donor to who? The DNC. The number 2 donor behind George Soros, who we now know got all of his money from USAID. This is a money laundering scheme that the Democrats have been utilizing to fund their entire campaign. And I'll tell you what, if you go back in time to like Bill Clinton, right? Bill Clinton had set up the Arkansas Finance Development Authority and was doing the same exact thing, funneling money to all these Democrats' campaigns.
Dude, I'm just scrolling on social media. And even people that I'm friends with are completely like I got somebody posting they have a problem with the kid. That's theater. What is wrong with people? It's just chaos.
crazy, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
did
cousin.
not expect to be scrolling through Facebook and see that somebody had a problem with cancer kid. I really
Right.
didn't expect that. That's the one thing I actually didn't expect. Oh yeah, it's theater.
It's disgusting. The Democrat Party has become disgusting.
It's mental illness. They're all everybody. That's one thing I've noticed. Everybody who's a Democrat, most of them.
It's seriously, dude. It's got to be all the hair dye.
Most of the people
Something is
I
in the
know,
hair dye.
It's just I don't get it.
They've all got the purple hair and the like just crazy different colors of like the rainbow. Some of them even got rainbow head.
Or some other underlying issues.
But yeah, it's all mental illness. They can't even figure out what a woman is. What is wrong with you? Half of the stuff that Trump started with, you're like, why is our president even talking about this stuff?
You see these signs that the Democrats had? They weren't clapping, but they had the signs up.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure that's going to go over
Must
well
steal
with their base.
False, save Medicaid.
Yeah.
I believe that's what he's trying to do, save Medicaid by getting people off of it who shouldn't be on it. Like a 200 or 360-year-old person.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. So for some reason, like, how can the Democrats sit there and try to get people on board running when everything that the Trump administration is doing right now is accountability? They don't want any accountability because they don't want people to see where the money's coming from. I guarantee you, we are going to launch a probe into the money that was sent to Ukraine. And I can guarantee you that money from USAID was used against Trump.
And CNN's talking about prices.
Milk prices?
Yep.
Well, I'll tell you what. There is definitely one problem that I know is going on in the communities right now, and it's only because for me, I've been embedded in the illegal community for almost the last decade. And a lot of those people are bugging out. They're out of here. They're out of this country. They're hightailing it. Now, what does that do for the industries that utilize them heavily for workers? In particular, you go to the Midwest, entire states that are farming states, and there's nobody showing up for work. That's a problem. That's a problem that they probably need to solve pretty quick. I don't know who Trump has on that, but if he doesn't have anybody on that, they should probably get on it. They should probably start handing out work visas. Maybe putting out something to the farmers to help their the people that have worked for them to get work visas. Otherwise, the price of food is going to go up. That's real. You know, I can sit here and be like, you know, go Trump, but the reality is there are some give and takes to some of the things that he's doing. Jeremiah, a bunch of losers on the left. Yeah, the Democrats did look terrible, dude. Absolute donkeys.
Yeah. They did not look good tonight.
I like that they kicked him out right from the get-go. Boom. Sergeant at Arms, remove the fool. Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with them, man. They used to be a party that competed. Now they're a party of the like criminally insane. They are the fascists. They are the fascists.
I'm glad he brought up the stuff as well. Preventing DEI and that core curriculum from like being mandatory. Let the communities decide for themselves what they want. It makes it easier for parents to get out of the schools if they want. And if you live in a community, you should get involved with the local school board and see what they're teaching children. Because this is how we ended up in the first place.
I don't know. The Democrats, they've lost this country. You know, everybody that I talk to online, like you bring up even just a couple of facts and they can't answer to it. Everything that comes out of their mouth, is name calling. That's it. That's all they have. Name calling. He's a fascist. He's a bigot.
Dude, the amount of relationships,
and then they call you names.
Yeah, the amount of relationships, both professional and personal, that I've lost in the short amount of time that Donald Trump is president is insane. Like even relationships have nothing to do with politics because I am conservative Republican and Trump's they don't work with me.
Man, I had this one guy that I was dealing with. I was on his page, getting him a whole lot of comments, right? Getting everybody commenting on stuff on his page, mind you. But because I was bringing facts and absolutely destroying everybody on there. Now, granted, you know how I make facts? I make my own posts, my America's Tribune posts. If they post something, an issue, like they talk about Elon Musk being like, he called Social Security a Ponzi scheme. Well, so hasn't everybody. But you bring that up and they hate it. They absolutely hate it. Let's see. I think I have it on.
Yeah, it's fact checking the claim about Americans who are like over 100 or whatever that was on Social Security. I didn't see if they actually said what fact check was. So fact checking. I can't.
Hey, take a look at this, man.
Well,
take a look at this.
Let me ask you about Social Security, and you
this
is
is
Elon Musk, Senator. So let me follow up with you on this very point, because
Elon
he's
Musk,
made some
right?
Very pointed comments about.
This is NBC trying to attack Elon Musk, and she's like, "Oh, he called Social Security a Ponzi scheme," and she's got Bernie Sanders on here, right? The most socialist guy in all of Congress, and I'm like, look at all of these. So all over the front here, I put all of these publications that also did entire articles calling Social Security a Ponzi scheme. Right. So here,
Security, I referenced it earlier in the broadcast. This was to Joe Rogan. I'd like you to hear it and get your reaction on the other side. Take a look.
Social Security is the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. Basically, people are living way longer than expected. And
he's right.
There are fewer babies being born. So you have more people who
he's also right.
And that live for a long time and get retirement payments. So the future obligations.
So there's less money going into it, more money coming out of it.
The situation is right now for the federal government. It will be much worse in the future.
Yeah,
Senator President Trump says he's not going to touch Social Security. Elon Musk calls it a Ponzi scheme. Do you agree?
Social Security started was
no, I think what the wealthiest guy in the world just said, it's totally outrageous. That's a hell of a punt.
Higher.
So notice,
I believe it's
it's
verse now where we have more people with security than actually work on this stuff.
Right. There's not enough people paying into it.
Yeah. And CNN,
especially with the baby boomers.
CNN is fact-checking about Social Security claims about the people who are older or whatever, and they're claiming that it's false. While at the same time, hold on a minute, this is where it gets really good. This is why I love CNN. This is why I leave it on sometimes. You just can't make this stuff up. So they're saying that it's false because there is however many people Trump said that were actually on Social Security, okay? Or even if they were listed, they could have been listed marked deceased, meaning they weren't receiving a check, even if they were still in the database. However, a study in 2019 found that I think it was 44,000 people over the age of 115 were still receiving checks. So while they're claiming what they said is false, while at the same time claiming that there is fraud and that has been fraud. Oh, just not on the scale that the president is claiming. There is fraud, but not on the scale that the president is claiming.
At what point? Now, let me ask you something. At what point did the president even claim how much fraud was taking place? All he said was how many people are in the system still.
That's true.
At that age, he didn't say that there's all of this fraud going on.
Yeah. But in fact, even if there's any fraud going on, meaning there should be investigations. If in 2019 there were 44,000 people receiving checks who were dead. Then that I think warrants an investigation, and it deserves another investigation at this point to see if that number has gone down at all. That'll love CNN.
Absolutely crazy, man.
That'll love CNN.
Oh, they're saying your mic is echoing. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. Again, with you, Dave, only with you. You're the only place I have trouble with an echo.
I wonder why here.
Just so everybody knows, Boiling Podcast, echoing is not something that we usually deal with. It's only when I join Dave here on this Tribune.
Actually, I've listened to quite a few of your podcasts, and there were echoes, not necessarily with you. With you, but with your guests.
In the episode?
What's that?
Did I address in the episode?
Well, I actually think I commented and said that he wasn't wearing headphones.
Yeah.
So if you're not wearing headphones and it's coming out of your
we've had some issues with that. People not wearing headphones and an echo.
Yeah, when you don't wear headphones, you can get an echo. I'm not sure why this would be echoing though. It you know what?
Yeah, because I'm wondering on your side.
I didn't normally I split your feed, so I can actually take my computer's audio and split the call and control your audio separate from my computer, if that makes sense. I have two separate dials on my switchboard to be able to do it. But I think I have to set that up. When I first started this program, I was having some audio issues because of my cable going from my my Rodecaster to my computer was loose, and I kept losing the audio at the beginning of this feed. And then every time I would lose audio, it would automatically mute my mic, and I would have to go into settings. And actually, let me try this real quick. Let's see. So I have Rodecaster Pro 2 on here, but maybe chat enabled.
That you have the echo for me.
Yeah, I just set it to a different. I set it to my chat instead of just my my main for Rodecaster, and what that might do, I'm not sure. Let me see if it split my audio.
Ponzi scheme when for the last 80 years, Security.
So yeah, what it did is it put it into my chat
owed
instead.
to every eligible American.
Can you talk real quick and let me see if I can.
What do you want me to say?
fact,
no.
the problem
All it did is it
is that
moved
if
it
we
over to
don't
my,
make reforms
it moved
to
it over
improve
to a
the
different
funding
channel. It moved
mechanism,
both of yous.
over the
I
next
actually have
9
to
years, the Social
go into
Security
the
Trust
settings
Fund
on
provides about 10%
StreamYard
of the funding
and separate
will
both
go
you
broke.
and. So take a look at this here. So let me see if I can blow this up a little bit. So America's Ponzi scheme. All of these are articles. Is Social Security a Ponzi scheme? This is CBS News. This was done a while ago. Michigan State Law Review questioning Social Security as being the world's largest Ponzi scheme. Washington Times calling the Social Security a Ponzi scheme. Here's 1999, the Hoover Institute, the biggest Ponzi scheme on earth.
Ask you about Social Security, and you.
So, I mean, the Democrats rely heavily on nothing but propaganda, dude. Nothing but propaganda. Elon Musk says something and they have to harp all over it and pretend that it's never been said before. And hope that they know that their base is not going to go and try and research any of that. They just don't have the mentality for it. They're going to take whatever they trust their news source. It's no wonder why alternative news has overtaken all of legacy media. But I think I'm going to call this one, head in for a bit. And
well, thanks for letting me join you for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know what I'll do every time I go live, I'll send out to you, and if you see it, you see it. If you come on, you come on. I'll just make sure I send you an invite.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, cool. I'll look for him. Tuesdays and Thursdays. I mean, I've been pretty busy getting involved in local school boards and stuff like that, and has been keeping me pretty busy.
Yeah, I see you on there. Good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
I have definitely tuned into the Boiling Point podcast to watch your school board meetings. I'm not sure why I'm watching your school board meetings, but
yeah,
it's entertaining.
Yeah, it's good though because then it makes people think, oh, maybe I should be watching my own school board meeting or figuring out what's happening at my own school board. So that's where it's good at.
What I like is you guys know the people.
That happened totally just by me reaching out to people and networking. I got people that wanted to, and none of the local news stations are covering anything with the school. Not from anybody who's conservative. They're barely giving them any press whatsoever. So I'm actually just filling a void that doesn't exist.
Yeah, you got to get it out into the forums in your city.
Yeah.
There's got to be a city page for like on Facebook or.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing more local stuff to get out and help grow the brand and stuff. Grow more locally. Not that we're done doing national stuff. We're still going to cover national stuff, but
hey, local's where it's at, man.
Yeah, exactly.
That's where the most change is.
Yeah. There's a lot going on, so I'm enjoying covering and no one else is. So doing what I set out to do with this.
No, that's awesome. I've seen it. It's good stuff. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you letting me come on. And let's get together and do some more stuff.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'm always interested in your take on things, and you're always invited on anytime I'm on, man. I'll start sending you a link.
Yeah, we're still gonna do that alien episode too. Talk a little entertainment topics instead of politics all the time.
Absolutely, we got to do a sports show too. Maybe the draft.
No, seriously. If you really want to, dude, I want to. Our other sister show, Mayhem Media. That's where I do all the entertainment stuff, sports, TV, movies, whatever.
Nice. Yeah, we definitely got to do one for the football draft. That's we are. What, like 6 weeks away or something.
Yeah, we're doing a football draft. And we're going to be doing. I don't know. I would really like to do weekly shows, but I'm not going to be able to do shows during the football season. But we're going to do like once every 4 games, like a quarter of the season. Every quarter of the season, we're going to be doing an episode, and we're going to be doing live watch as long as the NFL doesn't crush us.
Nice. Hey, you do know there was just a big trade. Debo Samuel.
Yeah. And oh man, I can't remember his name, but someone from the Browns wants to be traded. He doesn't want to stay in Cleveland. And Saquon Barkley is the highest paid running back in the NFL history.
As he should be.
Absolutely. Oh boy, talk about New York. Missing the plane on that one. You know, someone in New York, someone in the Giants organization had to have lost their job, right? Like someone got fired for that, right?
That is just nuts, dude. Nuts. Like, how do you let that guy out of your organization? He was the only guy that was any good in that organization, and you let him go.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I just don't understand it. That's what I'm saying. Someone had to have gotten fired for that.
And
but
how about Aaron Rodgers? Is he going to the Raiders?
Nope, I missed that one.
The Raiders.
Well,
he's going to the Raiders with Tommy Brady. Tommy Brady and Pete Carroll.
It could have been the Vikings. You know, I mean, the Vikings seem to be where quarterbacks go to finish off their careers. Oh man, that's hilarious.
That would be funny.
But let's get together.
Hey, isn't that the same exact path that Brett Favre took?
Yes. That's why
that would be hilarious, dude.
That's why I said about it. That's why I made the Minnesota reference, because he did. He went to the Jets.
Yeah.
What Brett Favre did, and then he went to the Vikings.
That would be funny.
Rodgers chose the Raiders. Well, if anybody out there that needs something to help them, other than the Browns and the Jets, it would be the Raiders. But definitely let's get together and let's do some content. I'm definitely down for football. I'm planning a live watch along for the draft. Maybe at least for the first night. I don't know about for the second or third night or anything, but at least for the first night, I'm thinking about doing a watch along. So let's get together and chat about that.
Yeah, sounds good, man. I got a lot more people in my feed that'll listen to some sports talk.
Cool. Definitely. All right, man. Well, I'm going to bounce out of here. I'll talk to you later.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Thanks for coming on.
Absolutely, man.
Talk to you.